Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here with another scrapbook process video, and today my layout is actually for the Scrap Happy members. This month is the load event, and I am creating a layout for day 29 of the load event. And so I am going to be using the story prompt and the technique. And the story is about something that's rare, and then the technique is to add a snail to your project. And so I won't get into too much detail since this is sort of a members load event that's happening. But that is sort of the basis that I had to go with when I created this layout for the day 29 challenge. And so what you see me doing here first is I have taken my photo, and it is a specialty coffee from Starbucks, and so I am just going to mat up this photo on several different pieces of 6x6 pattern paper. And I just went through my stash of 6x6 pattern paper and pulled out some different patterns that all matched the colors that are in that hexagon pattern paper that you see in the background right now. And that's basically how I picked my colors that I was going to use for this page. Now I am doing an 8.5 by 11 layout. This is for a scrapbook that I kind of just do for just things about me and things that I like. And so everything coffee related, I've kind of started putting in this 8.5 by 11 little album that I'm putting together, and so this is going to go in that. And so I am also using a piece of white cardstock here that I have put gesso on from a past project, and so I cut that down to 8.5 by 11, and that is going to be my background. And then that hexagon pattern paper, I just went ahead and just tore the edge of that, and that is going to just line one side of my white cardstock. So now I have my photo all matted, and my hexagon paper is sort of laid out where I want to put it, and I'm kind of just marking where that paper goes as well as where my photo goes. And then I'm going to take my stamp set that you see here. It is from Citrus Twist. It was the September stamp set, and I am taking 3 colors of Distress Oxide ink. One I believe is Worn Lipstick, one is Speckled Egg, and the other one is Evergreen Bough. And those are probably 3 of my absolute favorite Distress Oxide colors. And so they worked perfectly with the colors that I was going for. And so I'm just going to take 3 of the larger words off of that stamp set, and I'm just going to go ahead and do some stamping in the background of this layout. So I have one that says enjoy it, one that says best part, and then the third one says the good life, I believe is what it says. And so I'm going to go ahead and just stamp all 3 of these sentiments just around my page. And here you can kind of see I've brought my photo and that pattern paper back so I could kind of get an idea of where to stamp the stamps on the page, especially on that one side where the photo was going to go. I wanted to make sure I knew most of this stamping was going to get covered up, and it's not going to be perfect stamping anyway. And so I just kind of wanted to make sure my placement wasn't going to be hidden too much by everything else that's going to go on this page. So I'm just going to finish up here with the stamping in just a sec, and I am just cleaning off my stamps. And then I did find that I needed to add just a little bit more of this Evergreen Bough color down here at the bottom. And like I said, I'm making these stamps, they're not perfect. I'm making them fall off the page. I like that. It gives a little bit of movement to the page, so that just adds a little bit of extra interest. Now, because I am using not only a gessoed piece of pattern paper, but also a Distress Oxide ink, it obviously reacts to water. And so when I said that my stamping was not going to be perfect, that is definitely a true statement. So what I did is I just took a little bit of water and my water brush, which I'm not really squeezing any water out of. I just went and put a little bit of water on each of these stamped images with the words, and as you can see, a lot of it is fading out. I do come back here like you see with the pink, and I do it with a little bit of the speckled egg color as well. I do go back and just stamp it a little bit just so you can get a bit of the word peeking through, but I really just wanted it to be very faint, and I love the overall look of this. It's very watercolory, very faded in the background, which was what I was going for with the stamping. And so there you can see the other thing about having your paper wet and using this Distress Oxide on paper that you've gessoed is you can easily wipe it off. So I ended up wiping too much of that one off and I had to restamp it. But again, this is a mixed media sort of type of background, so nothing is perfect, and that was the look I was going for. So there you can see I did sprinkle a little bit of speckled egg Distress Oxide spray as well, just to add, again, a little bit more interest to the background. I set it off to the side to dry, and while it was drying, I did tear another piece of that hexagon paper to go on the left side of the page, because I am going to have just a small cluster up there at the top, and I wanted to carry that pattern paper across the page. And now I am just going to build out my 3 embellishment clusters. I have one at the top of the photo, one to the bottom left of the photo, and then one to the left top of the page, and those are going to be my 3 embellishment clusters. And I've just gone ahead and grabbed a whole bunch of stickers and ephemera pieces from my stash that just matched the colors that I was going for on this page. And for me, I always love to have florals, and if this is going to be an album about me, not only will it have coffee, but it will also have florals of some sort on probably every page that goes into this album for sure. And there you can see I have built out my clusters. I have also added the snails, which was part of the technique prompt for this one. And off camera, I did glue all of that down. So now I have my main clusters, or my main embellishments, and my photo and everything glued down. I'm going to go ahead here and add my title, which is Tasty Treats. And like I said before, this is a picture of a Starbucks specialty coffee, and because the theme of this is about something that's rare, I am just going to document off camera, which you'll see in the still photos at the end of the video, but I just documented about how rare it is that I will buy myself or pick up after work a treat of a specialty coffee. I am trying to eat more healthy and be more healthy in my choices, and so I rarely pick up one of these yummy tasty treats, and so this is just a photo documenting one of the few treats that I have and how much I savor it when I have them. So there you have it. That is my layout, and here are the still photos. With that, guys, I will catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.